upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. I ask your blessing on my sight. I ask your blessing on my sight today. It is the means which you have chosen. You have chosen to become the way, to show me my mistakes and look beyond them. It is given me to find a new perception through the guide you gave to me, and through his lessons to pass perception and return to truth, and through his lessons to surpass perception and return to truth. I ask for the illusion which transcends all those I made. I ask for the illusion which transcends all those I made. Today I choose to see a world forgiven, in which everyone shows me the face of Christ, and teaches me that what I look upon belongs to me, that nothing is except your Holy Son, that nothing is except your Holy Son. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Today our sight is blessed indeed. Today our sight is blessed indeed. We share our one vision as we look upon the face of him whose self is ours. We share one vision as we look upon the face of him whose self is ours. We are one because of him who is the Son, him who is the Son of God. We are one because of him who is the Son, whom is the Son of God. We are one because of him who is the Son of God, of him who is our own, of him who is our own identity. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today and studying A Course in Miracles. We're studying Lesson 269 today here on September the 25th of 2024. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version of A Course in Miracles. And let's see. I'm Miracle Willie, forgiveness teacher from the Ozarks. I may have said that. Sometimes I say it twice and can't remember. Let's see. I kind of got a little routine here, I guess, that I just kind of say the same things, which, you know, makes it kind of nice to get started. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. I ask your blessing on my sight today. Can we pray that and ask God's blessing on our sight, what we see, what we look upon? It is the means which you have chosen to become the way to show me my mistakes and look beyond them. It is given me to find a new perception through the guide you gave me, the Holy Spirit, and through His lessons to surpass perception and return to truth. I ask for the illusion which transcends all those I made. We're going to ask for an illusion. Remember, this world's an illusion, but there's one illusion that leads out of the illusion, and that's the illusion of forgiveness. There's really nothing to forgive, but when you're in hell, it's a good idea that you use it because it's what delivers you from it. So when you see sin and guilt and pain, death, evil, wrong, bad, ugliness, all those things, forgive it. Say, okay, what I'm looking at is not even real. I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to have an open mind, a clear slate. Let God tell me what to see and what to think and what to do, where to act and where to go. And, okay? Have that open mind that I don't know. We're going to learn about that in our text reading today, about how all of our energy, all the good things of life, what we're really looking for is all inside of us. We don't have to go outside at all. We have to learn to forgive what's outside ourselves so we can go inside. Okay, so let's see. It is given me to find a new perception through the guide you gave to me, and through His lessons to surpass perception and return to truth. I ask for the illusion which transcends all those I made. Today I choose to see a world forgiven, in which everyone shows me the face of Christ and teaches me that what I look upon belongs to me, that nothing is except your Holy Son. That's the only thing that is in reality that exists is God's Holy Son. Us and all our brothers and sisters. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Today our sight is blessed indeed. We share one vision as we look upon the face of Him whose self is ours. We are one because of Him who is the Son of God, of Him who is our own identity. Okay, well, let's go take a look back a few pages. Our associated reading, number 5. What is the body? The body is a fence the Son of God imagines He has built to separate parts of His self from other parts. It is within this fence He thinks He lives, to die as it decays and crumbles. For within this fence He thinks that He is safe from love. Identifying with His safety, He regards Himself as what His safety is. How else could He be certain He remains within the body, keeping love outside? The body will not stay. Yet this He sees as double safety. For the Son of God's impermanence is proof His fences work and do the task His mind assigns to them. For if His oneness still remained untouched, who could attack and who could be attacked? Who could be victor? Who could be His prey? Who could be victim? Who the murderer? And if He did not die, what proof is there that God's eternal Son can be destroyed? The body is a dream. Like other dreams, it sometimes seems to picture happiness, but can quite suddenly revert to fear, where every dream is born. For only love creates in truth, and truth can never fear. Made to be fearful must the body serve the purpose given it, but we can change the purpose that the body will obey by changing what we think that it is for. The body is the means by which God's Son returns to sanity. Wow, that's a good reason to have the body, to return to sanity with it. Though it was made to fence Him into hell without escape, yet has the goal of heaven been exchanged for the pursuit of hell. The Son of God extends His hand to reach His brother and to help him walk along the road with Him. That's the change in the direction. From being a fence that puts you into hell, now you extend your hand to your brother because you've learned to practice forgiveness. And you recognize that what you thought your brother did to you has not occurred, and so that love can be welcomed. Now is the body holy. Now it serves to heal the mind that it was made to kill. You will identify with what you think will make you safe. Whatever it may be, you will believe that it is one with you. Your safety lies in truth and not in lies. Love is your safety, and fear does not exist. Identify with love, and you are safe. Identify with love, and you are home. Identify with love, and find yourself. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Be sure to do that twice today and for a longer period of time, however long time makes you feel good. A minute or two, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15. The longer the better, but just whatever makes you feel like you were satisfied. You took time to hang out with that idea and with God, and to be still and quiet and listen to His voice. You're His peace, His joy. So do that in the morning as soon as you can after you wake up, and before you go to bed at night, and then throughout the day, take an hour. Every hour of the day, take that moment of entering into a holy instant, a peaceful moment, a quiet breath, a quiet time to breathe in God and let out the tensions of the outer world. And when you do that, think of that lesson for today. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Find something to give God thanks for and ask Him for direction. And then do it in the next hour. Try for the top of the hour. That way that if you get together with some other brothers and sisters that are doing this, you'll all be doing it at the same time. You can have a little power moment together. That's why we tried to do it at the top of the hour. At least that's what I think He had in mind, because He knew we were going to all be wanting to get together and share the truths that we're learning with each other. Okay, seek not outside yourself. I probably better get rolling here. Seek not outside yourself is what we're going to be reading in chapter 29, The Awakening. Seek not outside yourself. That very first sentence says, seek not outside yourself. Let's look what he has to say. Well, look what he has to say. For it will fail, and you will weep each time an idol falls. An idol. Something that you thought outside yourself was going to bring you satisfaction and fulfillment. That was an idol. We oftentimes do it with our relationships. We think that, that's just going to be what's going to give me peace and joy and happiness. And then when the relationship comes to naught, we feel sad again. Anyway, we're going to learn. We go inside. We can still have the relationship. Matter of fact, that's the way to heaven, is through relationship. But it's through a relationship that is, how would you say it? Brought together by the Holy Spirit, by love. Okay, anyway, let's take a look at this. What's going on around the world today? Banned Website Awareness Day. Wow. Banned Website Awareness Day. Binge Day. I'm not sure about Binge Day. Comic Book Day. Crab Meat Newburg Day. Global Day of Student Prayer. Global Day of Student Prayer. Well, it'd be a good day to give thanks, to tune in with God with your brothers and sisters at school. Math Storytelling Day. Bakery Day. Cooking Day. Food Service Day. Lobster Day. There's two main lobsters. They're both in the genus Homarus. And the European cold water lobster, all lobsters kind of live in cold water, is the Gamarus, the European otter, lobster. I said otter. And then there's the Homarus, or the Homarus Americanus, which obviously is in more of the America offshore coasts. One Hit Wonder Day. One-Hit Wonder Day. Research Administrators Day. Tune-Up Day. Psychotherapy Day. And when we finish reading through the text and the manual for teachers. Then we hopefully we're gonna have time for psychotherapy, purpose, process, and practice, which I think we'll have time for it. We did last year. And then we'll take time to do the song of prayer. But anyway, psychotherapy, purpose, process, and practice. And of course, we're learning to do that just by being still and quiet and looking at what comes before us. And there's two different types of meditation. I should offer this, because you'll learn this in this by this Dr. Robert Gilbert, which I'd encourage you to listen to. He was the guy I was telling you yesterday, said set your alarm 15 minutes before you want to get up so that you can lay back down and in that restful sleep state pick up some more good nuggets of truth. And I'll post his interview. It's a 2-hour and 12-minute interview. Secrets of Self-Mastery. He gets into sacred geometry and a lot of different really good things. Okay, let's see. What else do we have here? Women's Health and Fitness Day. See you at the Pole Day. World Ataxia Awareness Day. That's a neurological disorder that affects muscles. Pharmacist Day and School Milk Day. Are they serving like rice milk, horata? Was that what it was called yesterday? Anyway, are they offering almond milk and plant milks in school these days? Ought to be, huh? Okay, Captain Butterhead or Capitan Butterhead lettuce, another Lactuca sativa out of Edible Landscaping. This Dutch lettuce variety grows quite uniformly for an heirloom. Open pollinated variety. Just one reason it earned top honors for Boston type lettuce in the 1983 Rodale Research Center trials. The loose light green heads weigh about 5 ounces, tolerate cold and heat extremely well, resist lettuce mosaic virus and white rot, and have a distinctive buttery flavor. Butterhead, 62 days, 29,000 seeds to the ounce. Little seeds, aren't they? Okay, and our word for peace will be from the Bangi people or the Bobangi people of Congo, and it's Nyiee. So, peace be with you, Nyiee be with you. Okay, and of course, my sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. And our text reading, seek not outside yourself. Seek not outside yourself, for it will fail, and you will weep each time an idol falls. Heaven cannot be found where it is not, and there can be no peace excepting there. Each idol that you worship when God calls will never answer in his place. There is no other answer you can substitute and find the happiness his answer brings. Seek not outside yourself, for all your pain comes simply from a futile search for what you want, insisting where it must be found. And what if it is not there? Do you prefer that you be right or happy? Be you glad that you are told where happiness abides, and seek no longer elsewhere. You will fail, but it is given you to know the truth and not to seek for it outside yourself. No one who comes here but must still have hope, some lingering illusion or some dream that there is something outside of himself that will bring happiness and peace to him. If everything is in him, this cannot be so, and therefore by his coming he denies the truth about himself and seeks for something more than everything, as if a part of it were separated off and found where all the rest is not. This is the purpose he bestows upon the body, that it seek for what he lacks and give him what would make himself complete. This is the purpose he bestows upon the body, that it seek for what he lacks and give him what would make himself complete. And thus he wanders aimlessly about in search of something that he cannot find, believing that he is where he is not. 3. The lingering illusion will impel him to seek out 1,000 idols and to seek beyond them for 1,000 more, and each will fail him, all excepting one, for he will die, and does not understand the idol that he seeks is but his death. Its form appears to be outside himself, yet does he seek to kill God's Son within and prove that he is victor over him. This is the purpose every idol has, for this the role that is assigned to him, and this the role that cannot be fulfilled. 4. Whenever you attempt to reach a goal in which the body's betterment is cast as major beneficiary, you try to bring about your death, for you believe that you can suffer lack, and lack is death. To sacrifice is to give up, and thus to be without and to have suffered loss. And by this giving up is life renounced. Seek not outside yourself. The search implies you are not whole within and fear to look upon your devastation, but prefer to seek outside yourself for what you are. 5. Idols must fall because they have no life, and what is lifeless is a sign of death. You came to die, and what would you expect but to perceive the signs of death you seek? You came to die, and what would you expect but to perceive the signs of death you seek? No sadness and no suffering proclaim a message other than an idol found that represents a parody of life, which in its lifelessness is really death, conceived as real and given living form. Yet each must fail and crumble and decay, because a form of death cannot be life, and what is sacrificed cannot be whole. 6. All idols of this world were made to keep the truth within from being known to you, and to maintain allegiance to the dream that you must find what is outside yourself to be complete and happy. It is vain to worship idols in the hope of peace. God dwells within, and your completion lies in Him and within. And don't be looking outside, because that just gets you looking where it's not at, and gets your mind all trying to think, well, I'm going to find happiness over here and over there and over there and in this relationship and in this situation. But it will never bring peace. It'll never bring you what you're looking for. It is vain to worship idols in the hope of peace. God dwells within, and your completion lies in Him. No idol takes His place. Look not to idols. Do not seek outside yourself. 7. Let us forget the purpose of the world the past has given it, for otherwise the future will be like the past, and but a series of depressing dreams, in which all idols fail you one by one, and you see death and disappointment everywhere. 8. To change all this and open up a road of hope and of release in what appeared to be an endless circle of despair, you need but to decide you do not know the purpose of the world. Decide that you do not know the purpose of the world. You give it goals it does not have, and thus you decide what it is for. You try to see in it a place of idols found outside yourself, with power to make complete what is within by splitting what you are between the two. You choose your dreams, for they are what you wish, perceived as if it had been given you. Your idols do what you would have them do and have the power you ascribe to them. And you pursue them vainly in the dream because you want their power as your own. 9. Yet where are dreams but in the mind asleep? And can a dream succeed in making real the picture it projects outside itself? Save time, my brother. Learn what time is for, and speed the end of idols in a world made sad and sick by seeking idols there. Your holy mind is altar unto God, and where He is, no idol can abide. The fear of God is but the fear of loss of idols. It is not the fear of loss of your reality, but you have made of your reality an idol, which you must protect against the light of truth. And all the world becomes the means by which this idol can be saved. Salvation thus appears to threaten life and offer death. In the last paragraph, 10. It is not so. Salvation seeks to prove there is no death, and only life exists, but you have to go inside to find that. The sacrifice of death is nothing lost. I might think of it, in the sacrifice of death is nothing lost. An idol cannot take the place of God. Let him remind you of his love for you, and do not seek to drown his voice in chants of deep despair to idols of yourself. Seek not outside your Father for your hope, for hope of happiness is not despair. Okay, well, a lot there, but basically just take those quiet moments of looking inside. Remember yesterday, energize? Well, let's energize ourselves. Let's look inside. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. I ask your blessing on my sight. I ask your blessing on my sight today. It is the means which you have chosen to become the way, to show me my mistakes and look beyond them. It has given me to find a new perception through the guide you gave to me, and through his lessons to surpass perception and return to truth. And through his lessons to surpass perception and return to truth. I ask for the illusion which transcends all those I made. Today I choose to see a world forgiven, in which everyone shows me the face of Christ, and teaches me that what I look upon belongs to me, that nothing is except your Holy Son, that nothing is except your Holy Son. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Today our sight is blessed indeed. Today our sight is blessed indeed. We share one vision as we look upon the face of him who is ourself. We share one vision as we look upon the face of him whose self is ours. We are one because of him who is the Son of God, of him who is our own identity. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. My sight goes forth to see the way Christ sees, the way Jesus saw. When he was in this world, he did it for us, and we can do it now. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Father, they know not what they do. Forgive them. See them through the eyes of forgiveness. My sight goes forth to look upon Christ's face. Nyiee.